So you're given two coordinate points and you're asked to find the slope when you don't even know what that means. Slope is used to describe a line's steepness, or the ratio of the line's y to its x. A slope can be negative or positive depending on its direction as well. Aside from perfectly vertical or horizontal lines, you can think of positive slope lines reaching in the direction of the first and third quadrants, while negative slope lines are reaching for the second and fourth quadrants. The formula for slope is rise over run, or change in y over change in x. We use delta here. To calculate this with 2 points, let's label the coordinates as x1, y1, and x2, y2. When we want to find the change in y, we use y2 minus y1, and the change in x is, you guessed it, x2 minus x1. So right here, we need to find the slope of points 4, 0 and 8, 6. Let's plug in these y values into our equation right here. So y2 is 6 and y1 is 0, so the numerator of the slope is 6 minus 0. x2 is 8 and x1 is 4, so 8 minus 4 is the denominator of the slope. This makes our slope 6 over 4, or simplified, we get 3 halves. It's also worth mentioning that whichever coordinate is x1, y1 versus x2, y2 doesn't matter as long as each x value stays with its corresponding y value. Don't pull some weird switcheroo like this, because in this case, you won't get the correct answer. This is another example. I put the formula right there for reference. So we have coordinates -1, 3 and 4, 2. Let's label x1, y1, x2, y2 accordingly just to keep things simple and get right into subtracting. 2 minus 3 makes -1 the numerator over 4 minus -1. Know that whenever you try to subtract a negative, that turns into a positive and becomes 4 plus 1, or 5. This makes -1/5 the slope. Okay, so we're going to do a word problem to wrap things up and make us think of slope in kind of a different way. The slope of a line is -2 over 5, and a given point on the line is 5, 0. What's the x-coordinate of another point of the line that has 4 as its y-coordinate? Well, this just means -2 over 5 is equal to the change in y over the change in x. So let's set this mystery x as the variable x and write these two coordinates in the same way we've treated them in the past, which is x1, y1 and x2, y2. The numerator is y2 minus y1, or 4 minus 0, which is equal to 4, and the denominator is x2 minus x1, which is x minus 5. So right here we have -2 over 5 is equal to 4 over x minus 5. And then we can just cross multiply this to isolate x by itself. So -2 times x minus 5 is equal to 5 times 4, which is also -2x plus 10 is equal to 20. Subtract 10 on both sides to get -2x is equal to 10. This leads to our answer, x is equal to -5. We can even check this by plugging this back in, and after a little bit of maneuvering, we can safely confirm that this works. Okay, so now I hope you learned how to find the slope given two coordinate points, or maybe a little bit more than that. I hope this video was short and sweet, and see you all next Monday. Bye!